All right, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to speak on the Andre Dirrell fight with Jose Uzcategui. Okay, I'm gonna just keep saying Jose. All right, Dirrell against Jose. All right, we got this disqualification. Okay, Jose did hit him after the bell. Okay, I believe it was a three-punch combination. Jose had Dirrell against the ropes. All right, you did hear the sound for the 10 seconds, last 10 seconds of the round. Okay, it's the same issue I had before that I had with the Mendez Barthélemy fight, the first fight where it was on ESPN. That was another fight. Um, Even though Barthélemy did not get disqualified, the first issue I have is the referee. The referee seems to be a little bit asleep. Okay, and that's the problem with these refs. Sometimes they do all of these fights. They get a little comfortable. Once you hear that 10 seconds and you see that we're closing down on the 10 seconds and these guys are still fighting, you got to be prepared to jump in and make sure they split up, because some of these guys, especially when they feel like they have you in trouble, okay, they will keep throwing, They'll throw one or two more times after the bell. And that's what happened in the Barthélemy Mendez fight. In fact, I thought that fight was much worse than this fight. I think Barthélemy had another whole second or two still punching after that bell rung. Okay? But I do believe that Dirrell was really hurt. Okay, he got knocked down. He's been down before. He's been hurt before, plenty of times. Okay, he was hurt. He took a left hook from a power puncher. Jose is no joke. The dude had power. If you never seen him before, I saw him against Matt Korobov for the first time. When Korobov won the WBO title and then lost it later to Andy Lee, he got knocked out by Andy Lee, Korobov. But I saw Jose then on HBO because that fight was on HBO. And he was a dangerous fighter at that point. And then he later went on to beat Julius Jackson. All right, which was, kind of an upset. He beat him. He disposed of him pretty easily. And I haven't seen Julius Jackson fight since. I've seen him at fights, but I haven't seen him in the ring since. I don't know if he's returned. That was a couple years back. But yeah, this guy has punching power, and I knew when Dirrell was fighting this guy, I was like, yo, this guy's a dangerous fighter. If Dirrell has to fight this guy, he's, like a good fighter. And Dirrell put himself in the corner, got caught with a left hook right at the bell. The first left hook was right in the midst of the bell ringing. Okay? Then Jose threw a right hand to follow up. It was a three-punch combo. Threw a right hand after that. All right, that first right hand was after the bell, right after the bell. And then the next left hook was after the bell, even further after the bell. Okay? Dirrell went down. I think the fight wouldn't have been a disqualification if Dirrell got back up. All right? But since he seemed hurt, the ref kind of looked over, as in, trying to make this decision. And he's going to call this a disqualification. I don't know if he called it right away. I'm not sure. But he didn't look like he was counting, I think he realized right away that it was after the bell. And Dirrell was down, he looked hurt. He sat up. And I think he realized that because he was hit after the bell, that I'm going to stay down. All right? So I do believe Jose really did hurt him. But I also believe that the ref was a little bit at fault. And I also believe that Andre Dirrell did not want to continue. Okay? I think he has a little bit of mental weakness in the ring. I just do. Okay? Not just because of the Abraham incident, But it seems as if whenever he's fighting and he's hurt, he gets sloppy. He wants to prove to you that he's not hurt. That's other signs of mental weakness. Okay. Uh, I just, I don't know. I don't know what to really think of Andre Dirrell at this point. I mean, this shouldn't just keep happening to one fighter. You know, I think he definitely was hit after the bell, but at the same time, it was a clean punch that hurt him. Okay? That first punch was clean and it landed well. And you know what? He was hurt. It was in the middle of a conversation. What I'm trying to say is if that punch was not right before the bell, we would have had the same outcome. The thing is, I think Dirrell would have gotten up. Okay, because he's been down before. He started to get up. And once he realized that the ref was not counting, he did not get up. Okay? So, the outcome is obviously we get the uncle that jumps in the ring. He sucker punches Jose Uzcategui, and they had a whole big melee at the fight, and that's a whole nother issue now, because you got the uncle doing that. And see, this is the problem. This is the problem with people that make these bad choices. Because you punch this guy. I understand that you're very upset, okay? But you're putting everybody else in danger. There's police there. You have the crowd there. You have the other corner there. Once you make that move, you got to understand, based off your actions, everybody else is going to get involved. And somebody could get hurt or arrested or go to, whatever. You're putting everybody else in danger once you decide to do that. Dirrell went up to the man and said, listen, it's all right. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? That's great sportsmanship. But at the same time, he might have just been happy that he got the win by disqualification. He was in trouble. It was a competitive fight. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, why are you punching him when this guy that actually went and fought with him is saying, don't worry about it, it's all right? Why are you going to take, why do you do this? And then I seen Anthony and everybody else is trying to get in the ring and get to the guy. And it's like, how many fights we seen where guys punch after the bell and continue fighting, and they had to be separated, and the corners jumped in, and nobody fought. Look what happened to Dillian White and Joshua. Look at that mess after that first round. Or was it the second? I can't remember. But look, stuff like this happens from time to time. All right? Dirrell was fully functioning after the fight. Okay? He wasn't badly. He didn't have to go to the hospital. He didn't leave on a stretcher. That was unnecessary. And because of that, the Dirrell's brothers are going to have a bad name for this, especially because it's already happened before with Arthur Abraham, and a lot of people thought Dirrell was faking it back then. Then you go this whole long period of not fighting, then you had 50, and then you got unpromoted. You was getting promoted by him. It's like Andre Dirrell's career is just not going anywhere because of all of this reoccurring issues, And that's just my personal opinion on it. All right? It didn't need to go that far. All right? The dude got disqualified. That should have been it. All right? He did hit him out after the bell. He clearly did, if you watch it. All right? But there's been many fights where we saw much worse than that, and the guys went back to their corner. No one got disqualified, and people continued to fight. But because Dirrell was down and was clearly hurt, which he should have been covered up, but this is the thing. He got hit clearly with a left hook before the hook behind the bell. Yeah, Jose should have stopped, but Dirrell should have been defending himself because he is in the middle of getting hit by a combination. You're still fighting at this point. You got hit. The first shot that hurt you was before the bell. So you just got tagged. It's not like you dropped your guard and you turned around and you started to walk back to your corner and you got hit. No. You was in the middle of getting hit when the bell rung. You know what I'm saying? So he was really hurt. He was really hurt. But when he started to get up, once he realized that there was no count, he went back down, and then the whole, disqualification came, and then everybody went, and it turned into a mess. All right? So I do believe that Jose was in the wrong, and the disqualification was legit. I also believe that the ref, just to make things clear, the ref did a poor job jumping in between these guys. They fall asleep sometimes. And I also believe that Dirrell, there was some mental weakness there. There's a part of me that feels that Dirrell did not want to continue. Okay? Because the thing with Dirrell is when things are competitive, when the fights are competitive, okay, and he's getting hit a lot, he's either dominant or he doesn't look so well when a fight is actually competitive, when it's going back and forth, when he has to take punches. He's not as impressive, okay? So that's just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think, and make sure you guys subscribe. All right, peace.